All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, good morning. This is Monday, and just following the Legion March Ruck Challenge that we completed yesterday. So let's go over the recap real quick and give you the insights of what's happening. So I started at 3:30 a.m. out at Red Rock um, National Park here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and got dropped off by my wife, and I just took off. So of course it's super dark, 3:30 in the morning, headlamp, blinky lights, making sure you're safe. And really, my main goal was let's start moving, let's run the downhills, and let's walk the uphills. And really, for the first 3 to almost 6 miles, that's kind of what I did. It was super quiet, didn't see only but maybe two or three cars at that time in the morning. And I just kept working the hydration and making sure I was on my plan and working I was using the precision gel. Um, Nutrition stuff. And so pretty much that's all I did was I just took the gels and was just staying up on hydration. Now, roughly around 6 miles or so, I had to stop and go to the bathroom a couple times. And unfortunately, because I had to stop and do this at two different times, I noticed it dropped my pace down about a minute and a half each time I had to stop and take care of business. So with that being said, that was an overall cost of about 3 minutes off my time. Before I had to stop and go to the bathroom, I was around 15:40, 15:45 pace. And then once I stopped, then I was down to like 18 minutes. And then, so of course, you had 19 like overall pace to get this thing done. And we're only roughly around mile 6, 7. So get it? 6, 7. And I just kept continuing to work. So I hit the refill stop around mile 8, 8.5. I think it was 8.4. And that was super quick. Went in, grabbed water, went back outside, refilled up my pack, filled up my bottles, my calorie bottles, my salt bottles, and took off. It was much faster than going to the bathroom. I'll tell you that much. So now I'm back on the road, I'm roughly about mile 10. And then around mile 10 is kind of where I noticed I just didn't feel quite good. And what I mean by that is like I just kind of felt lethargic. I was just kind of like him hawing. Certainly my legs were tired. I could feel the pack, just weighing on me. Again, my pack was 46.1 pounds when I started. And I could just feel it. So I was fatigued and I was trying to think, okay, well, where are my calories at? I took all the gel nutrition stuff, and now I'm on the liquid calories. So I was working through the bottle with that for the last 2 miles or so. And ultimately, I was thinking, hey, you know what? I think I'm just a little bit behind on salt here. So I took some more salt pills. By the way, that's what I was using to begin with for the first like zero to from start to like 6, 7 miles was just all nothing but like caps, my salt tabs and salt sticks. And so I was using those. So again, I'm figuring out that I'm just behind on nutrition because I'm just feeling a little lethargic, like I'm just feeling a little off. I'm like down, and I know my hydration is going good. I'm drinking water really well. I'm using the liquid calories well. It does have salt in it, but I was like, I think I'm just again behind. So I upped the salt. Popped about 3, 4 tabs in. And what I did on this time is like I don't take them and just swallow them. I actually crack the capsule open. I twist the capsule open and dump it in my mouth just so it's easier to digest and swig it down with some water. So I did this 3 or 4 times with those caps, and actually the salt tasted pretty good. So I knew right then that I needed more salt because if you ever do that and it just tastes like nothing but salt, you probably don't need as much salt as you're dumping in there. And so, anyways, trick I've learned from back in the days of tasting salt at ultras, and like on a potato, if you taste it and it tastes good, you probably need more salt at that particular time. If it just tastes very salty and you're like, just tastes nothing but salt, you probably need more water that time. So quick tip I've learned from back in those days. Anyways, the salt tasted really good. So I popped those four, kept going. We hit around mile 13. And I'm starting to come back to life. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. Legs are feeling better. And really what I'm doing now is there's really not too many uphill downhills. So I'm just kind of shuffling along, and I just pick up my shuffle and then just walk, shuffle, walk, shuffle, walk. Pace is back down to around 17:45 on average. And by mile 13, I'm feeling all right, but I know I need a little more calories because I haven't been drinking the liquid calories. Popped a couple caffeine gels and away I went. So once those kicked in, started feeling good. It actually kind of hit me pretty quick because I hadn't had any caffeine that morning. And so I felt good. So now we're rolling through miles 16, 17, and we're getting close. I'm heading straight east into the sun as I'm coming down the long stretch to my house. And sun's just blaring in me, and I'm fighting it. Like I'm trying to get done as fast as I can, maintain my pace. I got stuck at a couple stoplights. It dropped my pace back down to under the 18. I was like 18, 15, and then I'd run and try and pick it back up. So I ended up finishing like I think it was 18:05 or something like that. But anyways, we finished up that last stretch, and I definitely felt better nutrition wise. It was definitely the salt that I got behind on, and once my body recovered into that salt, um, then I just felt good. Now it's just a matter of fatigue and time. I haven't gone 18.4 miles since um, Badwater, Salton Sea, where I DNF'd at mile 25. Stay tuned for that video. It's about to come out next week or later this week. So I haven't gone that far. So the longest I've gone is 8 miles. So I certainly felt it. I mean, and then you're carrying a 45-pound pack. Now I did have a few I don't know if it was issues carrying 45, 46 pounds. It's just heavy, guys. And we did the video on the GORUCK Ruck Pack 5.0. Check out the video for that, and the hip belt and all that worked pretty dang good, I would say. Now, I wish that, again, I talked about it in the video, I just wish that belt would cinch down just a little bit different to hold it up a little bit different on the hip pack or on the hips. And so I think that would have taken off pressure. Certainly I was lifting up the pack to keep it off of my shoulders, but then I would just get tired of holding my arms back. And, now you're just playing that game if you've done these rucks and stuff like that. Again, 45 pounds it's heavy, and carrying it that long, it's heavy. It's just the way it is. But my left shoulder is the one that got mostly fatigued. I don't know if I was like hunching my shoulder up or I felt like the straps were even, but somewhere I just kept playing with the pack and I just could never find a good sweet spot. My right felt pretty comfortable. I certainly felt pressure on it, but not fatiguing pressure like my left. And again, I don't know if I was, running like this. I don't know what I was doing, but I could never figure out that spot and where it was. And maybe, it looks like my shoulders are pretty good as far as like balance goes. So again, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, but we got it through. We got done, finished up, recovered, got the recovery going. I used some Tailwind nutrition recovery stuff for there, and then just added some extra salt to get that going back in. Felt good the rest of the day. Kept drinking water and hydrating, and had a couple brewskis as well just to celebrate finishing that up, and Father's Day as well. So with that being said, everything was good. The Ruckall, the GORUCK Mackall shoes, pretty solid. Didn't really have any problems with them. I mean, my feet certainly felt sore because I haven't gone that far and you're carrying this weight again. But today they feel no different than if I had run that kind of mileage in a regular road shoe or a trail shoe. Kind of, they feel the same. So that's pretty good. Hips are a little stiff. Again, if anything, I'm picking, it's this left shoulder. It's just super sore, super tight. But otherwise, it feels pretty good. So with that being said, what are we leading into next? Well, now that we finished this up, let me just say too, it was tougher than I thought it was going to be. 100%. I mean, I didn't expect it to be easy, but I also didn't expect it to be I just didn't expect it to be that challenging. Like I knew I could go the distance. I was concerned about obviously carrying the weight. I felt the pack was going to be good with the adjustments I had made to it and shifting it and carrying it. But once that shoulder fatigue set in, like it was just uncomfortable for those times again. And I think that was really in that time from like mile 9 to like mile 13, 14, where I was struggling and things just didn't feel good. So now everything's accentuated and highlighted, and you're like, the pack doesn't feel good. My leg doesn't feel good. My stomach doesn't feel good. I'm tired, right? So everything goes crazy like that. But you got to stay positive, and you got to just keep working those problems and learn from your experience. And again, got the salt going. Once I hit about mile 15, 16, literally the last 3 miles, I didn't even realize that the pack, I knew the pack was like fatiguing me, but it wasn't a concern like it was before. Now it was like, focus, let's get it done, let's keep moving, and let's finish up this thing fast. So with that being said, we're all done. We're moving on. And it was great to learn about the rucking experience and getting into it and the packs and all that. I'm certainly going to continue rucking. I'm going to keep one, probably maybe 2 days in. It's going to depend, because right now we're about to jump in and switch over to training for the Route 66 100, which is in November. And then we're also going to have some lead up into Badwater crewing. So stay tuned for those. Keep watching out. And hey, if you're a big, heavy person running out there, guy or gal, and you're just finding it struggling to, maintain all this kind of stuff and rucking packs and shoes and all that, I'm the guy for you. Like, follow along, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the stuff coming up. As I said, we got Badwater crewing coming up. Also, I will pick up my run training again. It's hot here in Vegas, so it makes it difficult, but you got to get out early. You got to just do it and get these short runs back in, and then we'll start transitioning into a full run training program for the Route 66 100. Again, and along with that, I'm still going to do some rucks. I'm still going to be carrying the GORUCK bag, and obviously we ain't going to carry 45 pounds, but we'll still get some, 15, 20 pound ruck shuffles in, and I really think that's going to help with the runs on the back end, these long runs and leading into the Route 66. So I'm super excited for that. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you for checking out the shorts. And if you have, what are you guys up to? What's next? If you guys, I saw a few people were doing the Legion March. What are you guys doing? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Love to hear what you guys are training for next. And I know it's summer all over the place, but hey, we got to stay out there. What are you doing? Let me know. Peace out, Sasquatch Runner.